Project 33, the U.S. Navy's comprehensive strategy against China's military threats. Date, January 13, 2025. Summary. The United States Navy has unveiled Project 33, a strategic initiative aimed at countering the growing military threats posed by China, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. This comprehensive plan focuses on enhancing naval capabilities in anticipation of potential Chinese aggression, specifically regarding Taiwan. Overview of Project 33. 1. Strategic Goals. On September 18, 2024, U.S. Navy Chief of Naval Operations Admiral Lisa Franchetti introduced the Navigation Plan for America's Warfighting Navy 2024, which outlined Project 33. The initiative's primary objective is to bolster U.S. military readiness for a potential conflict with China by 2027. It emphasizes the integration of artificial intelligence (AI) and autonomous systems to maintain a military edge in the Western Pacific. 2. Key Objectives. Project 33 encompasses 7 critical goals. Maintenance efficiency, addressing the significant backlog in maintenance for vessels, submarines, and aircraft to enhance operational readiness. Robotic systems expansion, increasing the use of robotic and autonomous systems across naval platforms to speed up integration and operational capabilities. Command center establishment, developing command centers suitable for a distributed battlefield, enhancing situational awareness and coordination. Talent recruitment and retention, focusing on attracting and retaining highly skilled personnel to strengthen workforce capabilities. Service quality improvement, enhancing the quality of service provided to naval personnel to improve morale and operational effectiveness. Combat training enhancement, improving training methods to prepare for modern warfare scenarios effectively. Infrastructure repair, investing in critical infrastructure to support shore-based operations, ensuring readiness for sustained military engagements. 3. Technological integration and optimization. Project 33 prioritizes optimizing existing naval capabilities rather than expanding the fleet size. This approach is a response to fiscal constraints, acknowledging that achieving a larger fleet by 2027 is unlikely. The Navy aims to leverage advancements in drone technology and autonomous systems, drawing lessons from recent conflicts such as the Ukraine War and the Red Sea crisis, which highlighted the effectiveness of innovative battlefield tactics. 4. Addressing manpower and maintenance challenges. The U.S. Navy currently faces a shortage of approximately 22,000 sailors. Admiral Franchetti has set a goal to address this gap by 2027, but the maritime industry as a whole is experiencing a talent shortage, complicating recruitment efforts. Moreover, the surface fleet is reportedly lagging behind by about 2,700 days in maintenance, raising concerns about the Navy's ability to meet future operational demands. 5. Role of allies in operational coordination. Although Project 33 emphasizes the importance of alliances, there are significant challenges in operational coordination among allied forces. Many traditional allies have been slow to provide adequate support in joint military operations, and discrepancies in military priorities and budgets further complicate collaborative efforts. 6. Financial sustainability concerns. The ambitious goal of maintaining a fleet of 381 ships raises questions about financial sustainability. Current budgetary constraints make it difficult to meet this target, leading to a significant gap between the Navy's funding requirements and congressional support. Timeline of events. September 18, 2024, Admiral Lisa Franchetti unveils the Navigation Plan for America's Warfighting Navy 2024, introducing Project 33. October 1, 2024, major media outlets report on Project 33, highlighting its significance in addressing China's military aggression. Conclusion. Project 33 represents a critical response by the U.S. Navy to the escalating threats from China in the Indo-Pacific region. By focusing on technological integration, personnel recruitment, and maintenance efficiency, the Navy aims to maintain its competitive edge. However, the success of this initiative hinges on overcoming significant challenges related to funding, manpower, and inter-allied coordination. As tensions in the region continue to rise, the effectiveness of Project 33 will be crucial in ensuring U.S. naval superiority and national security in the face of potential conflict. Counterintuitive information. 1. Resource optimization versus fleet expansion. The U.S. Navy's Project 33 emphasizes optimizing existing capabilities rather than expanding the fleet, contrasting the common belief that an increase in the number of ships is necessary for military readiness. This approach is driven by fiscal constraints, which suggests that the Navy is prioritizing efficiency over sheer numbers, leading to a more strategic allocation of resources. 2. Manpower shortage amid ambitious goals. The Navy's goal of recruiting and retaining 22,000 additional sailors by 2027 is ambitious given the maritime industry's ongoing talent shortage. This presents a paradox where the Navy is attempting to bolster its force while competing for the same limited pool of skilled personnel, suggesting that its recruitment strategy may be inherently flawed if it does not account for the broader labor market dynamics. 3. Reliance on allies versus actual support. While the strategy underscores the importance of Allied support, the reality is that many key allies have not provided adequate naval support in recent operations. This discrepancy challenges the assumption that a coalition will provide the necessary backing in a conflict, leading to a potentially fragile reliance on international partnerships. 4. Technological dependence with historical limitations. The plan's heavy emphasis on integrating autonomous and robotic systems may seem cutting edge. Yet it overlooks the historical challenges the Navy has faced in successfully deploying these technologies. The Navy's past difficulties with the Large Unmanned Surface Vessel (LUSV) program illustrate that ambitious technological goals can lead to overpromising and underdelivering. 5. Financial sustainability versus aspirational shipbuilding goals. The aspiration for a 381-ship Navy is seen as financially unsustainable, contradicting the idea that increasing naval capabilities can be achieved without significant budget increases. The disconnect between desired military strength and available funding raises questions about the feasibility of long-term naval expansion within current fiscal realities. 6. Autonomy in warfare versus conventional needs. The push for autonomous warships and systems suggests a shift towards high-tech warfare. Yet it may divert attention and resources from the pressing need for conventional support and logistics vessels that are currently overworked. This could lead to a mismatch in capabilities at critical moments in a conflict. 7. Optimism about readiness amidst backlogs. The Navy's goal of having 80% of its surface fleet combat ready in 3 years appears optimistic given the current maintenance backlog of approximately 2,700 days. This suggests a significant gap between strategic objectives and the operational reality of fleet readiness, highlighting potential vulnerabilities in naval preparedness. 8. Political optics versus operational reality. The narrative around Project 33 may be more about political optics and maintaining a strong public image of readiness rather than addressing the underlying systemic issues that could hinder effective military action. This raises concerns about whether the military's strategic communications align with its actual capabilities and readiness. These counterintuitive points highlight the complexities and potential pitfalls within the U.S. Navy's Project 33, suggesting that achieving its ambitious goals may require more than strategic vision. It necessitates confronting harsh realities within resource allocation, which are essential for understanding both its implications and limitations. 1. Emphasis on existing capabilities over fleet expansion. The first overlooked aspect is the project's emphasis on optimizing existing naval capabilities rather than expanding the fleet size. Admiral Lisa Franchetti has stated that financial constraints render the goal of a larger fleet unattainable by 2027. This perspective is significant because it reflects a broader trend within military planning where budget realities are forcing a re-evaluation of traditional force structure assumptions. Focusing on optimizing current resources, such as maintaining existing ships and integrating advanced technologies, indicates a strategic pivot that acknowledges fiscal limitations. The implications here are profound. It suggests a shift from a quantitative approach to a qualitative one where the effectiveness of existing assets becomes paramount. This approach could lead to innovations and efficiencies that might enhance operational readiness without the need for new ships. But it also raises questions about the sustainability of such a strategy in the long term. 2. Integration of artificial intelligence and autonomous systems. Another critical aspect often overlooked is the integration of artificial intelligence (AI) and autonomous systems into naval operations. The project aims to harness these technologies to enhance combat capabilities and operational efficiency. While this technological shift is promising, the practical application of such systems remains uncertain. Historical precedents such as the challenges faced in developing and deploying unmanned systems highlight the difficulties of integrating advanced technologies into existing frameworks. The reliance on robotic and autonomous systems raises questions about reliability, cybersecurity, and the potential for technological overreach. If these systems fail to perform as expected, the operational risks could increase significantly, potentially undermining the very advantages they are intended to provide. 3. Human resource challenges. The manpower shortage facing the U.S. Navy, with an estimated shortfall of 22,000 sailors by 2027, is another critical issue that is often glossed over. The ambitious plan to recruit and retain personnel within such a tight timeframe is fraught with challenges. The competition for skilled workers in the maritime sector, exacerbated by the Navy's recruitment goals, could lead to a zero-sum game where commercial maritime operators and the Navy vie for the same talent pool. This situation could result in further strain on naval operations, as the quality of personnel is paramount to maintaining operational readiness. The shortage in skilled labor, particularly in specialized roles, may hinder the Navy's ability to implement Project 33 effectively. 4. Maintenance backlog and infrastructure issues. The staggering maintenance backlog, reported as approximately 2,700 days for surface ships, poses a significant challenge to the Navy's operational readiness. This backlog is a symptom of broader systemic issues within the Navy, including resource allocation, workforce limitations, and aging infrastructure. The plan's success hinges not only on technological advancements but also on the Navy's ability to address these maintenance issues. The implications of neglecting this aspect could be severe, leading to operational inefficiencies and potential failures in critical missions. A failure to resolve these maintenance challenges could render even the most advanced systems ineffective if the ships and submarines on which they depend are not ready for deployment. 5. Dependence on allies and coalition operations. While Project 33 calls for enhanced cooperation with allies, the practical reality is often more complicated. Many of the U.S.'s traditional allies have shown reluctance or have been unable to provide adequate support in joint operations. This inconsistency raises concerns about the reliability of coalition efforts in a crisis. The operational effectiveness of Project 33 could be compromised if Allied contributions do not materialize as anticipated. The geopolitical landscape, characterized by diverging national interests and priorities, complicates these alliances further. The Navy's reliance on coalition forces, while strategically sound, may not be as robust as the project assumes, potentially leaving the U.S. Navy isolated in critical scenarios. 6. Financial sustainability and congressional support. The ambitious target of achieving a 381-ship fleet within a constrained budget raises significant questions about financial sustainability. Analysts have noted that meeting this goal would likely require a budget increase of approximately 50%. A substantial challenge given the current fiscal environment and competing priorities. The disconnect between the Navy's aspirations and Congress's willingness to fund these goals could lead to significant shortfalls in capability. The Navy's capacity to execute Project 33 effectively will depend not only on internal reforms and technological advancements but also on its ability to persuade lawmakers of the necessity for increased funding and resources. Failure to secure adequate funding could undermine the entire initiative, leaving it as an ambitious but ultimately unfulfilled plan. Conclusion. In summary, while Project 33 represents a forward-thinking initiative aimed at enhancing the U.S. Navy's capabilities in the face of evolving threats, several critical aspects warrant deeper examination. The focus on optimizing existing capabilities rather than expanding the fleet, the integration of AI and autonomous systems, the challenges of recruiting and retaining personnel, the pressing maintenance backlog. The complexities of coalition operations and the financial sustainability of the initiative are all significant factors that could influence its success or failure. Understanding these elements is crucial for grasping the broader implications of the project, both for U.S. naval strategy and for national security in an increasingly complex global landscape. 1. Strategic objectives of Project 33. The core aim of Project 33 is to bolster the U.S. Navy's capabilities to counter China's military aggression, specifically addressing the looming threat of a possible invasion of Taiwan by 2027. The strategy focuses on integrating advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence and autonomous systems to enhance readiness and operational efficiency rather than merely expanding the fleet. It outlines 7 key objectives, including improving maintenance efficiency, increasing the use of robotics, and enhancing training and recruitment efforts. This strategic shift towards leveraging technology and optimizing existing resources highlights the Navy's adaptation to fiscal constraints while aiming to maintain maritime superiority in a rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape. 2. Challenges in technological integration and capability optimization. While Project 33 emphasizes the integration of cutting-edge technologies, it faces significant challenges in implementation. The U.S. Navy's existing maintenance backlog of approximately 2,700 days raises concerns about its ability to achieve its ambitious goals, such as ensuring that 80% of its surface fleet is combat-ready within 3 years. Moreover, the transition to autonomous systems such as the Large Unmanned Surface Vessel LUSV has historically encountered delays and underperformance, raising skepticism regarding the realistic timelines for these technological advancements. The successful integration of these systems is crucial for maintaining operational effectiveness in future conflicts, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. 3. Human resource and maintenance shortages. The U.S. Navy currently faces a significant manpower shortfall with about 22,000 sailors needed by 2027. This shortage is compounded by broader challenges within the maritime industry, where commercial operators are also competing for skilled personnel. Efforts to recruit and retain talent must contend with the appealing prospects offered by the commercial sector, which may deter potential recruits from joining the Navy. Additionally, the Navy's maintenance capabilities are under strain with insufficient resources to meet future operational demands. Addressing these human resource challenges is essential for the Navy to execute Project 33 effectively and maintain its readiness for potential military engagements. 4. Financial sustainability and congressional support. A critical aspect of Project 33 is its financial viability, particularly in light of the Navy's goal to achieve a fleet of 381 ships, which is deemed financially unsustainable under current budget constraints. There is a significant gap between the Navy's budget requirements and Congress's willingness to provide the necessary funding. This financial uncertainty poses a substantial risk to the successful implementation of Project 33, as the Navy's ability to fulfill its strategic objectives hinges on securing adequate resources. Without a clear commitment from Congress to support the Navy's budgetary needs, the ambitions outlined in Project 33 may remain unfulfilled, potentially compromising national security and operational readiness. 1. The United States military's revolution in military affairs (RMA). In the late 20th century, particularly during the 1990s, the United States military embraced the concept of RMA, which emphasized the integration of advanced technologies including information technology, precision-guided munitions, and network-centric warfare. This initiative aimed to enhance military effectiveness and responsiveness, reshaping the U.S. military posture in a rapidly changing global landscape. The RMA sought to address new threats through innovation and modernization, paralleling the goals of the Navy's Project 33 in integrating cutting-edge technologies to counter perceived threats, particularly from adversaries like China. 2. The Soviet Union's military-industrial complex. During the Cold War. Throughout the Cold War, the Soviet Union focused heavily on enhancing its military capabilities in response to perceived threats from NATO and the United States. This included significant investments in advanced weaponry, naval expansion, and the development of strategic doctrines. The Soviet approach emphasizes large-scale mobilization and technological advancement in military systems to maintain parity with Western powers. Similar to Project 33, this strategy highlighted the importance of technological integration and resource optimization within the constraints of a state-controlled economy facing challenges of production and maintenance, akin to those the U.S. Navy currently experiences. 3. The British Royal Navy's Naval Defence Act of 1889. In the late 19th century, the British Royal Navy responded to growing threats from emerging naval powers, particularly Germany, by enacting the Naval Defence Act, which aimed to enhance naval capabilities and maintain Britain's maritime supremacy. This act focused on increasing the number of battleships and improving naval technology to ensure readiness for potential conflicts. The Act's emphasis on maintaining a technological edge and fleet readiness resonates with the objectives of Project 33, which seeks to bolster the U.S. Navy's readiness and technological capabilities in anticipation of future confrontations, particularly in the Indo-Pacific theater. Future outlook, predictions for the U.S. Navy's Project 33. As we look ahead to the future of the U.S. Navy's Project 33, several key themes and predictions emerge based on current trends, strategic goals, and geopolitical dynamics. This comprehensive strategy, aimed primarily at countering increasing military threats from China, particularly regarding Taiwan, will likely evolve in several significant ways. 1. Technological integration and innovation. One of the main pillars of Project 33 is the integration of advanced technologies, particularly artificial intelligence (AI) and autonomous systems. As these technologies mature, we can expect the U.S. Navy to increasingly leverage them in operational scenarios. By 2030, the Navy may deploy a fleet that includes a substantial number of unmanned vessels and drones capable of conducting surveillance, reconnaissance, and even offensive operations. The effectiveness of these technologies will depend on successful integration into existing naval strategies and the ability to adapt quickly to emerging threats. 2. Shift in naval warfare doctrine. The emphasis on AI and robotic systems suggests a potential shift in naval warfare doctrine from traditional fleet engagements to more asymmetric strategies. By 2027, we may see the Navy adopting tactics that prioritize rapid decentralized operations, where smaller unmanned systems play a crucial role in engaging larger adversaries. This shift could lead to a rethinking of naval engagements, focusing on speed, adaptability, and leveraging technology to offset manpower limitations. 3. Manpower and recruitment challenges. The U.S. Navy currently faces a significant manpower shortage, aiming to recruit an additional 22,000 sailors by 2027. Given ongoing competition with the commercial maritime sector for skilled personnel, the Navy may need to implement innovative recruitment and retention strategies. By 2030, we can predict a more comprehensive approach involving enhanced quality of life initiatives, improved training programs, and possibly increased reliance on reservists or civilian contractors to fill critical roles. 4. Budgetary constraints and strategic prioritization. The financial sustainability of a 381-ship fleet remains a contentious issue. As budgetary pressures continue, the Navy will likely need to prioritize certain capabilities over others. By 2030, we may see a more streamlined fleet focused on critical areas of naval warfare that leverage existing assets more effectively rather than pursuing an ambitious expansion that outstrips funding capabilities. This could also lead to enhanced partnerships with allies and increased emphasis on joint operations. 5. Strengthening alliances and partnerships. Despite challenges in securing robust support from allies, the U.S. Navy will continue to seek collaborative efforts in the Indo-Pacific region. By 2030, we may observe a more formalized network of partnerships emphasizing collective security initiatives that pool resources and capabilities among allied nations. The effectiveness of these alliances will depend on addressing common threats such as the rise of China and fostering interoperability among different naval forces. 6. Evolving threat landscape. The geopolitical landscape will continue to evolve, and the U.S. Navy's strategies will need to adapt accordingly. The rise of hybrid warfare, combining conventional military power with non-traditional tactics such as cyber warfare and economic coercion, will necessitate a more nuanced approach to naval operations. By 2030, the Navy may increasingly focus on cyber capabilities, ensuring that its fleet is resilient against cyber threats while also using cyber operations to enhance its strategic posture. 7. Operational readiness and maintenance improvements. Addressing the current maintenance backlog and ensuring operational readiness will be critical for Project 33's success. By 2027, we may see significant improvements in maintenance protocols and fleet management driven by technological advancements in predictive maintenance and resource allocation. This could result in a more agile and responsive Navy, capable of deploying forces quickly in response to emerging threats. 8. Public perception and political support. The future of Project 33 will also depend on public and political support for naval initiatives. As military spending and strategic decisions are increasingly scrutinized, the Navy will need to communicate effectively the importance of its modernization efforts to both Congress and the American public. By 2030, public perception may shift as the Navy demonstrates the effectiveness of its strategies, potentially leading to increased funding and support for naval capabilities. Conclusion. In summary, the U.S. Navy's Project 33 faces a complex array of challenges and opportunities as it seeks to navigate the evolving geopolitical landscape. By focusing on technological integration, strategic prioritization, and fostering alliances, the Navy aims to enhance its operational effectiveness against emerging threats, particularly from China. As we move towards 2030, the success of Project 33 will hinge on its ability to adapt to changing circumstances while maintaining a clear vision for future naval warfare.